So a very warm welcome to Mr. Ahmed Yusufi and Ms. Rajia Gilani. So welcome back to our show.
Thank you, sir. Welcome.
Yeah. So it has been a very interesting week with very complex signals and sometimes contradictory signals. It's very difficult to decipher the clear way forward. So with the crude prices moving in a range, where do you see the crude prices this week, in the coming week?
Ms. Razi,
yes, actually, as in last 2 weeks interview that we had together, we also mentioned that the range of crude was predicted actually by the analytics in a range of 105 to 115. And in the first 6 months of 2022, the range of the analytics believe that the range will not exceed more than 125. Actually, the minimum will be 95 and the maximum 125. And based on the tracks of the recent days that we are facing a very smooth range of the crude oil, maybe it can be expected that this range will not exceed more than 15, yeah. And in last week also the lowest level was 103 and the highest was around 130. And based on the current political situation that is happening, maybe we cannot expect any serious changes more than 150 till the end of May at least nowadays.
And one thing more is that we see in analytics that maybe a decrease happening in the next 2 weeks, something around price will decrease up to 104 or something like that. But the price prediction is not less than 103 or 4 and not more than 115. This is in the range of the $10 that the crude oil is going up and down.
So that's the kind of tight range you see in the week ahead. So that's very interesting. And if I may draw your attention to another kind of interesting fact, over the last week, the WTI has exceeded the Brent crude on more than one occasion, which is quite rare. So where do you see trading? What are the key reasons behind it?
Also, we checked the WTI crude oil prices and compare with the Brent. And as you mentioned, the 2 times happening last week. And this is really rare, and it's not very important point that we monitor it. Also, as we check all the news and everything, the cross was only a short-term happening. Therefore, but considering the fact that to the near of the high driving season in Europe or USA, maybe this happened. But as we monitored, we didn't see any changes or anything very serious about this happening. Maybe a gap at a night or something like that happening, but it's not really serious in the monitoring that the price that we check. But if again happening for long term, we should monitor and understand that what's happening.
Maybe if I may add to your point, just to further our discussion is what we have seen is US release of reserves from its SPR. A large chunk of it has found its way to European Union. So SPR has traditionally been measured to cool down the domestic US prices.
Of course.
And while in this case, it has been utilized to a very large extent to help the European Union tide over the Russian-Brent issue. So possibly that movement is also affecting. Do you think that could be a factor in this WTI to the Brent kind of anomaly?
You're right. But let's see, this is not happening, or it's not a really big point that we monitor it or see anything in the oil price affection or anything that any analytics from all around the world checking as a new point to reserve it, also check it for a long time. But we will also search it in the market and observe it. If again happening or something that will be more permanent happening, we will also mention it, and also we should check that what is happening.
Right. And finally, we would like to come back to the fuel oil prices, which we have seen to be leveling off, and while the bitumen prices are falling. So what do you possibly see the reason behind it? If you could shed some light on this.
We see the confusion in the fuel oil market, like the bitumen market. You see that same time India increasing $3 on the middle of the May, and also we heard some rumors in the market that maybe they will decrease something around $20 in the first of the June. Also, we see the same situation in Singapore. The gap price between the minimum and maximum of the bitumen price is something around $20 in less than 3 days. And same, we see the minimum and maximum prices difference in the fuel in the Singapore, something around $45. So this confusion, it seems that all the buyers and the sellers in the market don't know what will be happening. Also today, if you check the IME situation, you see that none of the refineries didn't sell any vacuum bottom or any competition happened at the time that we think that maybe market will go up if India increased $3. But you see a confusion in the market. Bahrain is decreasing $20. Iran is fixing the price. Singapore is playing with the price in a range of $20. So we didn't see any, a straight way for the market that all the countries are deciding for increasing or decreasing. It seems there's a wave in the market. Sometimes it's going up or sometimes it's going down. So the situation like as the crude oil and the fuel and the bitumen, all of them are same as each other. All the players are watching what will happen. If anything, any positive things, see that the price will go up, they are taking the position to buy. But all the news are somehow negative and positive, and no one doesn't know what will happen.
Thank you. It was very deep and insightful, and we really appreciate your sharing your insights in the program. And we look forward to further discussions on this subject. Thank you for joining in, Mr. Ahmed Yusufi and Ms. Rajia Gilani. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.